Okay, let's zoom into my forehead just a bit. All right. This is a Nike Vapor 11. This is the last of the 4 premier Nike lines that I've reviewed, at least at the publishing this video. So let me know if you want to hear a ranking tier list from me from the Nike Premier tennis shoes. Let's see how this shoe performs on the tennis court after you hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell for more original tennis content. Without further ado, this is the Nike Zoom Vapor 11 tennis shoe review. Can you name a better sound than nice ice cold water? Before even slipping it on, can we please appreciate how cool these colors are? It really seems that Nike spent a lot of time on the design and the color scheme of these shoes. Actually pretty typical of Nike in the past decade or two. Slipping this on, I definitely noticed the plush and comfort, all pointing to the suggestion that this required no break-in period. And yes, this was a shoe that requires nothing to accustom your feet to. I absolutely love the ride of this shoe. It wasn't too high, but was low enough to feel every centimeter of the hardcourt underneath me, but not risking falling over in aggressive cuts. It has a slightly higher rise than the GP Challenger Pros or whatever that Nike shoe is. Speaking of aggressive cuts, I don't know what it is with this shoe, but it's extremely stable. I especially felt extremely locked in towards the ankle support and Achilles support due to this shoe. Partially, I think this is due to the stable lacing system that doesn't lose tension when you tie it up, whether or not you single knot or double knot. By the way, if you don't double knot your shoes when you play, you're an absolute clown. After about 15 hours of straight hitting on court, the shoe doesn't even show the slightest wear on the bottom. In fact, let's have future Mark Sansted show you how the wear and tear looks after about 15 hours of play.
And literally, this is about 16 and a half hours of straight hitting on court. You can see that for the most part, no signs of wear at all, except for just the edges over here on the inside and then a little bit on the outside. So these are fantastically durable shoes, a lot more durable than the GPs that I said I previously reviewed. So overall, fantastic durability, especially for a non-6-month durability guarantee shoe. Good job, Nike.
There are only 4 negatives I can surmise for this shoe, which is a drastic improvement from the other Nike shoes I've reviewed in recent memory. This shoe doesn't have the best ventilation. It can definitely run hot, and during hot, humid summer Midwestern days on the tennis court, I did find myself very relieved to take these off. Although the lacing system is fantastic, the tongue of the shoe doesn't necessarily cover the bridge of the foot. Let me show you.
Well, here's a sneak peek of possibly my new sponsor, but more on that later. But concerning the tongue of the Vapor 11s, this is obviously single knotted, but I tied it pretty tight. I just don't like how this part of my ankle, or forefoot, whatever you want to call it, my medical guy, is kind of exposed. So I gotta adjust it almost every single time. And then it kind of just naturally goes that way again, almost every single time. So I do apologize. It's not that it doesn't cover the whole front of the foot, it's just, it naturally goes this way. Similar to the GP, I believe it's the GP Challenger, the previous Nike shoes I reviewed.
This shoe also sometimes felt heavy towards the end of a long hitting session or a tennis match. I have no idea why Nike was marketing this as the legacy of the ultimate speed shoe, because it's weighing at 15 and a half ounces for US men's 10.5, which makes it, I believe, the heaviest shoe I've play tested so far, which is crazy. And lastly, this shoe will not be a good fit for wider feet individuals. Even for me, someone that has a slightly narrow foot profile, it almost is a little too snug for me on the arch of my foot. Well, what do you guys think? Did I hit the sweet spot, or did I completely shank it? Leave a comment down in the section below. Or better yet, join my Discord for all things tennis. I have a slightly narrow arch and extremely flat feet, and I use a game day insoles with US men's 9.5 shoe size. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, where my best friend and I from high school are gearing up to be 2 of the best World of Warcraft players of all time. And as always, guys and gals, happy hitting.